Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve, this is Everyday Artist, and welcome. And this is Rogue, who is hiding from flies. You know, she thinks that if she is in another room from where she saw the fly, that the fly won't go in there. And so she's very worried. Yeah. She's a good girl, even if you're a scaredy dog, huh? Yeah. Anyway, she got all excited because I was going to be in here where she was hiding. I don't want to tell her the fly came in with us. Anyway, I'm here to talk to you about my stitching today. I hope everybody had a really good New Year. I kind of like January, you know, where everything's seems like, you know, the whole year is ahead of you, and usually the air is very crisp, and I don't know. I like that feeling of old things passing away, that passing away from you, that perhaps were holding you down. That's not the right word I want. That you can let go of some things, you know. As you guys know, I've been in a lot of pain with my leg, and I thought it was getting all better. And the last couple of days, you know, I've had some serious pain in my leg, and you know what? It is better. I just used to it not hurting so bad, and and you know, finally going to the correct doctor, getting the correct medicine for the cold I had that wouldn't go away, and I was like, what the heck? Yeah, so I have things that help me. I have family around me. We had a wonderful New Year's Day brunch at Rachel's house, and technically she's not my sister. She's my sister's sister-in-law, but she's one of the sisters, and she always puts on a wonderful spread for us whenever she has us over, and it was delicious. And it was simple stuff. It was eggs and bacon and bagels, and and yet her eggs, I was lamenting with my son. I said, you know, I make eggs, scrambled eggs. How hard are they, right? But hers are really good. And then she made a fruit and croissant kind of casserole thing, and it's really, really good. So she had that too. And what was really nice is that, you know, for that, it's not so much, we did it on New Year's Day, not on New Year's Eve, as we normally do, because my sister had to work at the symphony. They had a concert, and so she was working, and by the time she got off and everything, it would be really, really late. And so we did it on New Year's Day for a brunch instead, and it was so relaxing. Nobody was like waiting for the ball to drop or any of those things. And not that that's hard to do. I stay up that late all the time, but we were just relaxing and chatting and talking about things and planning some stuff. We're going to do a craft day with my son's girlfriend and all the sisters and her, and just, you know, family, being with family, it's so good. Anyway, enough about New Year's. It being a new month, I have a new excuse me, one of my new WIPGO projects. I have a new start. I showed you the new start of the cross stitch that my son's girlfriend gave me, and I worked some more on that too. But first off, the 2023 temperature sale, Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts, and we are now done with December. So I am done up to here, and so the words in here say my year in temperature, and it has a space for you to put where you are. This says Grand Canyon and Kristin house. So I've always assumed that she lives in northern Arizona, but I've never bothered to, find out. But Grand Canyon, yeah. So all I have left to do is this bottom part down here. But I had been wanting to, I had adjusted the colors for Phoenix, because had I not, most of this would be red. And like all the very hot red, because the temperatures just didn't go up as high as it gets here. So I adjusted it by about 10 degrees. And I'm very happy that I did a temperature chart for this past year, because weather has been so strange. And what's really cool is that you can look back on that year and say, oh yeah, that's the year that the entire month of July was over, such and such degrees. But this doesn't tell you what those degrees are. And so at first I thought, well, I could do a little chart down the side. But the thing is that I want to frame it like this, because I like the pattern. I like the design. And I do want to put it on a wall or something. So I kind of want a key to what these colors mean, because it says my year in temperature. Okay. So I did this bar as is, but I'm going to change this bar just a little bit and add a key in this bottom thing. If I don't like it, I can always pull it out and whatever. And then I'll do this. And if I have to make this one or two bars higher, it's not going to really affect any of that. Just do this, underneath. So, yeah. And the last week of December was just as strange as the rest of the month. So here's that first bottom red line, right? And on this one, it went this way. So this is the last day. So we were going cold, really cold, not so cold, warm, cold. And look at all the warmer days here in December. And see, that's what I mean. You don't know what those colors represent. And like this chart doesn't have any blues or purples of really cold colors. But those, this to us is cold, this color. It is 50 degrees. No, that one is 64. It didn't get below 57 the entire month. And often it does. So, I mean, in December, maybe like 50, just a little bit, not really cold. Okay, because I've lived where it's cold. I know that that's not cold, but we are just not used to it here, and we don't have the clothing for it here. When it gets really cold, when we go somewhere, it's like, oh no. I have a winter coat that I had from when I lived somewhere where there was winter. And it is in a closet because some point, someday, I may need to go somewhere during the winter. And, you don't want to buy a coat just for one day or something. But other than that, I usually give my jackets a ride. New Year's morning when we went out, it was pretty crisp, but I don't like driving with a jacket on, even when I lived where it was really cold, where there was snow and stuff. That's probably where I learned not to drive with a coat on, because it's too bulky and, hard to really feel comfortable. And then you get hot and you can't take the coat off or whatever, when the heater, kicks in. And so, sorry, I lost my train of thought because I was looking at something on the tree. We have to take the tree down this week. And I give my coat a ride. I give my sweaters a ride. This is the time of year where kids lose jackets and sweaters and sweatshirts all the time because they need them in the morning, and by the afternoon it's so pleasant out, that you can wear a t-shirt and not be cold, as long as you're not standing outside. So I'm just really glad that I did this year, and I looked for another one to see if there was another one that I liked as much, and I was like, it rained so little this year. I wish there was also some way to indicate, more than just the temperature. Like the days that it was actually cold down here, we had precipitation. We had not had rain other than a few drops since up here somewhere. But there's no way to indicate where that was. There's no way to indicate the complete and utter lack of precipitation the rest of the year. And one of my sisters said, well, then you need to design one. I'm like, that sounds like a lot of work, because whoever put their work into this really did a lot of work. I love it. I love the design. I think it's going to be beautiful when it's finished. I'm going to continue working on it every week, at least every Friday, if not random times during the week, so that I can finish the flower part. It's on my WIPGO board, so that'll give me, a month for sure that I'll work on it. But I want to try to keep working on it every Friday night like I had been, to try to get all the rest of that in and finished, hopefully before it gets cold. I put it in the free space in the middle. Okay, so I was going to do my WIPGO one next. Yeah, I think I will. Okay, so this is one of the WIPs that was called for January, and it doesn't have a name besides Stormtrooper in Disney. And I'm trying to see if it said designed by for, but not that I can find. It just says StarWars.com Lucasfilm. Anyway, I bought this kit a while back for my son, and it's kind of hard to work on because the lengths of thread, are pre-cut. They're on one of those cards where it's like stuck into the card and you just cut it. It's not like on this other kit that I got from Peyton that it's looped into a thread thing that has holes in it, So the lengths of thread are not, to me, they're not long enough. Because I suppose they would be long enough if I did the two threads, not the loop method. but inevitably I end where I don't want to end. There's no thread, and then it's like, oh, I have 3 more stitches there, but now I got to start a new thread and for those 3 stitches and then move somewhere else. So before I was missing like 4 stitches here and you could see that I wasn't quite done here. So this is the same color up here, so I went ahead and did this around here, and then I actually ran out while I was doing this. I don't know, somewhere, I don't remember. I think I started here and went this way. Anyway, I had to start a new thread for those 4, then went down here and did these 4, and then I came over here, and there is still more that goes over here, and I don't have the thread. And so it is a little frustrating that I have to, you know, start and stop and start and stop. And as I said, I could not use the loop method, but that's just, you know, I use the loop method because I like the fact that it puts less stuff on the back of less bulk on the back of the pattern. So anyway, I did work on it for a while yesterday, not tons, but you know, I finished in here, got this around here and here, and plotting how to do that, because it's got a lot of different, it doesn't look, what is the word I want to use? It's got a lot of different sections to make the, you know, the mask thing. And so that little part that I started was right here. Okay. But I haven't done this cheek area, and that's the same. But I'm thinking I need to put in this area, which is almost a white. And the white, I've put it in over here. And it's really hard to see. Now, there'll be back stitching around it. And you kind of sometimes wish you could do the back stitching ahead of time so you could see where the stitches are supposed to go. But, yeah. So I'm going to probably do this white in here next before I try to fill in all this stuff here. And of course there's a lot of white here that I'm going to have to go around. But it's not really white. It's a very, 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 very light blue. The colors in this thing are blue and blue and blue and blue, you know. So it's not really white, but it's so close to white it looks almost like the cloth. So let me see if I can. You see it's very, very, very light. And I don't think these are a DMC color that they put in there. It could be DMC, but I don't know. And of course it has a different number. It just has a long number. But you know. Anyway, hopefully with 10 days of working on that, I will get some real progress. I don't know that I can finish it in 10 days, but maybe, excuse me, maybe it'll give me the impetus to just keep working on it and finish it. I mean, I did start it. I was going to give it to him for Christmas the year that I bought it, and I think I bought it in September or August of that year. And been a while. So this is the cross stitch kit that this is by Loops and Threads, and it doesn't have a name, but this is the different type of card that this one has, and I like this better. It's looped around, you know. The numbers are kind of they're kind of like the numbers on the Disney one, you know, these longer numbers that really don't correspond to. Oh, it does have a name. the name is on here. Watercolor trees. It's not on the packaging on the front. It's on here. But it is a beautiful picture. And I showed it to Peyton that I had started it when I saw her yesterday. And because my sister Beth gave her a very small cross stitch thing because she's never learned and she wants to learn. And so I took it with me to show her what I had started. So this is the picture, and now I know that it's called Watercolor Trees. And I was calling it, trees and fog. To me, that's kind of what it looks like. And I worked on it a little bit more this week. I have my flamingo needle minder that I got for Christmas. So this is where I am. And I started here and went down, and then I did this color up. And this is the this tree right here. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna maybe do this color and go up and get up here so that I can do down. But I may just go ahead and continue down from here and then do that. I don't know. But it's hard to plan when you're like, okay, there's 2 stitches of that color here and 1 stitch over there, But it's beautiful. So, I'll figure it out and I'll get it in there. I do want to, this bag makes me crazy, but I haven't changed it yet for a variety of reasons. And now I'm looping things on the needle minder. Sorry about the crinkling. This thread is trying to take my flamingo's head off. Sorry. And then in the last couple of days, I didn't want to work anymore on the Christmas ornaments, although I think I will continue to work on them a little bit, just get them done. So I'm not trying to do all of that at the same time, but maybe not till, I don't know, July or something. I don't know. Anyway, I decided I wanted a new start. It wasn't a Christmas start. I started the loops and threads the day after Christmas. I got it on Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day I don't think I showed it to you last time, so maybe I did start it then? Or maybe I just showed it to you. I don't know. I don't think I started on Christmas Day. Hey, quiet. Yeah, I know. Kids are playing outside. They're allowed to. Okay, so I went ahead and wanted a springtime pattern to start. So this is hands-on design, strawberry for the berry basket, and she has plans to do more, but so far I've only seen 2. And this is strawberries, and it's not a very big start. She has a template included in the pattern, and I made a plastic. Did I put it in here? Yeah. A guide. This is how, and she includes seam allowance in hers. Erica Michaels does not. So I traced the template and onto this. It's a quilting so you can make your own pattern things. And then I, you know, made sure that I had it here, you know, big enough. And I noticed on hers that see how it's really close to the top up here. On hers, this stitching right here is this right here. So all of that is like basically up under here a little bit. And she has instructions on how to make this cap for it, that you can go see how to do that. And because I was like, really? Am I not supposed to start further down? But I'm looking at the picture and I don't think so. So I'm doing it like she said. And if I decide that this one is too small, that I want more space, you know, around, then when I work on the blueberry one, I can change it up. So I haven't gotten a big start on it. This is where I am. 2 colors. And yeah, there is some carrying of threads, but as I said, I carry threads over. So I started in here and went this way with this color. This is where I started. And I ran out of that thread right here, but I went ahead and went this way and down. And I think this is 2 threads worth here. And then I decided counting is easier if I fill in some of this stuff in between. So I'm working on the leaves. Then there's a lot more berries. And these berries are 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down. So, and these will have 2 different colors. The those are these leaves that you see up here. They have 2 different colors. And that line of pink is like this, and it's up under these little leaves here. So anyway, that is all my stitching. That's it. I've been sewing, but it's for a project that it's not for the Etsy shop or anything. It's for the symphony, and I have to get back to that because it's due. And I've been spending a lot of time on that. And then I was having some serious issues with, I was like, I couldn't tell if it was my sewing machine or the needle or the thread I was using or what. But it kept binding up. And I went to Joann's because I was like, I think it's the needle, but it might be the thread because I changed the thread. And I looked for another needle of that size because I was using one for denim. And I have 2 little bags in my sewing thing. And one of them has seam rippers and extra feet and stuff like that. And the other one is more tools. And I thought the needles, the extra needles, were in the little one. And so I was like, oh, I don't have another one of those needles. I can't. And then I went to Joann and I picked up the original type of thread I had used because the second one was from Hobby Lobby. And I liked it was thinner, and I thought it would work better. Not thinner. They're both upholstery threads, but anyway. So I got a couple spools of the original one, you know, so that I could make sure that that if that was the problem, I had it. I bought more needles of the size that I needed. And because I might have to be switching around, because I just made a whole bobbin of this other thread. I was like, well, I don't have any more extra bobbins. I'll just buy more bobbins too. And the way I was originally going to buy it, it was going to be about $10, and it ended up being $30 because, buy 3 and get 3 extra, but I get 3 for free. But it doesn't make sense because it was like, I'm buying the same things. Why does it cost 3 times as much as what I was going to buy? And I know now why, and it's because one of the things I was going to get, so when I ordered the fabric for this project, I ordered it from Joanne. The first time I went in and was looking at the fabrics and touching the fabrics, because I made one earlier last year, and excuse me, and it's denim fabric, and I kept track of what I was doing and all that because I knew I was going to have to make more, and I just ordered the fabric for later, from the same fabric I had used. And I thought I ordered precisely the amount, but I have a lot more than what I needed. But that's okay. I'd rather have more in case I make a mistake or something. But so I thought I had everything set, right? And I completely lost my point now. I've had one of those days already, and it's early. Getting everything you need and having it there. And so I went ahead and bought that stuff. And then when I came back, something said, you know what? I have needles. Because when I bought my sewing machine, I said, I don't want to have to be hunting down needles. Just give me a couple of packages of needles too. I ordered my sewing machine and went and picked it up somewhere. So I looked in the tool bag, and there they were, 2 things of needles. I was like, okay. So it looks like I may have to. I know now what the point I was. I ordered that fabric. And I remember trying to order it through the app, and I could not get it to work. And so I just went on the website. And yesterday I tried for an hour to order what I wanted through the app, and I couldn't. I was all the way to where you're gonna place the order, and I just wanted to pick it up in the parking lot kind of thing. And I couldn't. It wouldn't let me. And one of the things that I wanted was one of the bobbin things that I bought. But it said that those weren't available anywhere in Phoenix to pick up at the store. But it was in the store. Okay. When I had to, so I tried to order it through the website like I did the fabric. And I couldn't find the same products that I had found on the app. And what's really annoying is that with their the way they've designed their app and their website, the first choice it always goes to is to ship to me. And you can say, this store is my store. This is where I want to pick it up. But you have to select that store every product. Otherwise, if you just go to, pick up at the store, it doesn't automatically select the store you got before. And it may not even be available at the store you got before. And it was wanting to send me to downtown Phoenix. For some reason, the GPS on my phone thinks I live in downtown Phoenix. It gets my zip code wrong every time. GPS can pinpoint exactly where I am, but it can't get my zip code right. So I finally just said, forget it. I'll just walk inside. And of course, you can't get the same things. And then you see the sales differently because they're kind of different, one to the other. So I may just be spending some time today returning everything that I bought. I have to decide if I really want to keep it or not. I may keep one of the bobbins, and I'm on my last of this size of needle from the needles I bought, but I don't know. Seems like I need to return some stuff. Anyway, that's all for this week. Enough complaining. I just, yeah. I know that Joanne's struggling financially, and I like to shop brick and mortar when I can. But they make it so hard. They make it so hard. So I will see you all in a week when I'll be going back to Mondays. And I hope you guys had a great New Year, and have fun stitching.